Drama, drama, drama.
It was a few weeks ago now where Miss Toni Felicia Lodge announced that she had bought a stand-up paddleboard despite never having been stand-up paddleboarding before, not really knowing how to do it, not having anywhere within a 30, 40-minute drive to do it. Is that fair? Maybe 20 minutes?
20 minutes to get to St Kilda, yep.
And you said, if I haven't used it 6 times in 2 months, it's gone. That was like your little challenge to yourself.
Yes.
So that means 6 times by March the 13th.
Yes.
And then
Put the date in your cals.
Now, I think I might have jumped in and said, well, I'll be taking it off your hands personally.
Well, I said
March 13, if you haven't done it 6 times by then.
Well, actually, the thing is that I would love to sell it on, Facebook Marketplace and maybe recoup my loss because I did pay for it. I didn't get it for free. Like, I paid for it from Amazon.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really good board. So I think I'd be able to get a little bit of return.
We'll get to that soon because something may have happened. But
a quick update.
the first time you went, the weather was off, you were heartbroken because you were so revved up.
I was so ready to go, and I was in my group text with my girlfriends.
In the saddle club.
The paddle club.
Sorry.
Yeah, the paddle club.
And then how many other times do you reckon since then that there was like a false start or some bad weather or traffic? 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. So I burned 3 opportunities through like no fault of my own to go with the girls because I was like, for the very first time, I'm obviously going to have to go with friends.
Yep.
Because I didn't even know how to pump the thing up, So 3 opportunities burned straight away because in 2 months, there's 8 weekends.
Yeah, and you've
and
already
I
missed
have
a
to
few.
use, So I've burned quite a few opportunities. I've definitely already lost my 2 weekends worth of times to not go.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to start doing weekdays. But anyway, so
where are we at? Have you touched the water?
Yes. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Very proud of myself. So I went for my first my first paddle on Friday last week in St Kilda. It was actually... I don't want to say this because you said, maybe do you want to hire, before I told you that I'd bought it, you said, do you maybe want to hire a board before you do it just to make sure that you like it?
Yep.
And I was like, well, I've already bought it, so it's too late.
Yep.
The paddle boarding is really fun.
Great.
Like actually being out on the water. I did it on my knees this time. It was the first first time. And there was recently a little oil spill in St Kilda, so I didn't want to stand up and fall in.
Playing it safe. But on your knees, still moving, you're still in the water.
And it was still my fucking ass and my legs.
Is arguably harder than your feet.
It was right. And
on
because
your body,
you've only got the top half of your body to use to actually do it, my core, my ass and my thighs were so fucking sore from keeping myself up. Whereas when you're standing, obviously you're
knees, ankles, hips.
Yeah. I was still sore. I still worked hard. And I set my Apple Watch and we were out there for about 50 minutes.
That's awesome.
So, we went out under went under the pier.
That's sick.
Amongst all the boats and around and then back to the shore.
See a dolphin?
No dolphins.
Stingray?
No.
Okay.
The water was pretty murky.
Yeah, okay.
So whatever was underneath us,
Who's
I couldn't see.
You might have seen.
But is ignorance bliss in that situation?
Probably.
Know?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we paddled. It was great. But the admin is a fucking pain in the ass.
Whoa.
So I got a few comments. When I first bought the paddleboard, lots of people said, Toni, if I know one thing about you, it's that you hate admin. Supping is a pretty admin-heavy sport. And I was like, how fucking hard can it be?
As in the weather apps and the tide out.
The weather, the tide, the time, because the most dangerous, but the most shark heavy time is dusk and dawn. So it's you can't go too late when it starts to get dark and all of that stuff. You've got to be fucking aware of this shit. It's just a fucking bit of a rigmarole.
How long does it take to pump up the board?
So when the girls went without me, it took them about 30 minutes to pump them up.
Jesus Christ.
And
That's a workout in itself.
Well, so they were by the time you've pumped it up on the beach, you can't fucking paddle because you're fucked. And I've got 0 upper body strength. So I was like, that's not going to work for me.
Well, when you said you have 0 upper body strength, I did think, have you picked the right sport?
Yeah. But am I trying, to...
the only way to get stronger is start,
Thank you very much. But so I was like, all right, let's not... My whole thing is that if things are easy, I'll do them.
Yes.
So if I drive to work, I have to go to the gym after.
Okay.
If I buy things to make my life easier, I will do the things that I need to do.
Yep.
I meal prep on a Sunday so that I eat the same lunch all week because it's easier.
It's easy.
So when they said that, I was like, you know what? I'll get an electric pump for the group. They're about $160. The other girls were kind of like, oh, it's a bit expensive. And I was like, you know what? I'll buy one. I'm happy to like be the holder of the pump.
This is my contribution to the paddle club.
Right. Everyone can use it. I'm like happy for everyone to use it. Just bring all your stuff over to my car and we'll pump them all up and then we'll get going.
Great.
The pump was a fucking absolute pain in the ass. It was good, but because all 4 of us needed to use it, it ended up taking 45 minutes for one pump to pump all of them up instead of all of us pumping for 30 minutes separately.
So you're packing the car, you're checking the app, you're finally driving down there, then you're spending 45 minutes to set up and...
Yeah. So we got
Who's
there.
got the time?
I got there at 7:30.
Yeah.
We weren't on the water until 8:45 because of putting your fucking boards together, getting all your shit together, putting my keys in my fucking waterproof bag, all that shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, so... Drama. And then you go out and you paddle and you go, I'm so relaxed. I'm ready to start my day. Well, it's already fucking started because it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you've been out 3 hours.
Then you get back. You've got to deflate the fucking thing. You've got to wash all the sand off it so it doesn't get muddy. You've got to make sure that there's nothing in the inflation fucking valve because otherwise it fucks it and you can't use it the next time. You got to take the fin back off. You got to disassemble your fucking paddle. You got to fold it up and put it back in the fucking bag. And everybody knows that nothing ever goes in the box, the bag, or the satchel that it comes in, ever. You know when you're trying to repack a bag or put it like a sleeping bag back in the sleeping bag holder, it like never goes in the same way.
You know how most people will do something and there's like a honeymoon period?
Yeah.
This is the first time you went?
Yeah, well, it's annoying. And I wasn't expecting it to be as annoying as it was.
I thought it would have started getting annoying at the 4th or 5th time.
See, I think that maybe at the 4th or 5th time, I'll be used to the pack up and I'll get a bit quicker. And also, if I go by myself or if everybody else has a pump or whatever,
you can just fucking do it.
I can just do it. It'll take 10 minutes and then we'll be ready to go. Whereas because everyone was using my pump, which was totally fine, it did end up like taking a lot of time.
I think everyone listening
and
I can all agree, not even your words, the tone and the mood that we're feeling right now maybe suggests that you didn't love it. And as anyone in the world will say, like, it's harder to do things you don't like. If you fucking came back and were like, it's the greatest thing ever.
Totally.
You would have done 6 by now.
I'm still committed. I am still committed.
But do you want to do it?
Yeah, I do because I actually like doing it. Like the actual paddling part was really fun, but the rest of it is I'm not gonna lie and say that it was a perfect experience because it wasn't, because it was annoying. You know, like it's when people are like, oh my God, having kids is the greatest. I'm like, I bet it is. I bet it's incredibly fulfilling. But like there's a lot of admin.
Yep.
There's a lot of shit you have to do with as well, you know?
Yep.
So I feel as though I can be real about the experience, but still say it was fun. And I'm going to persevere. And I think that I'll still hit my 6 in 2 months. I'm like, if nothing else, to fucking prove you wrong. If that's the only reason I'm doing it.
And that's a good reason for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Last week, and you may have been there, maybe in earshot, I don't know if you heard this, but at Hot Fun Garbage in St Kilda, this lady comes up and says, Toni, oh yeah, you must have been there. Loving that you've got a stand-up paddleboard. Oh. I'm thinking of buying one too.
Oh.
I think I'm going to buy it in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
But do you know what I said to her?
No, I don't think I do.
I said, babe.
Did you?
I did. It was a choice. Don't waste your money. Toni's going to give me hers on March 13.
Oh, no.
So you can just have this one. Like, you can have it for free. Now, here's the thing. I don't remember her name.
Oh.
So if that was you, send me a DM on Instagram and say, hey, it was me. Tell me which suburb you're from, because I remember which suburb you're from. So I don't want no freeloaders just
so you've got like a shoe to check if it fits kind of thing.
So if you tell me what suburb you're from, and I'll be like, yep, you're the one.
Yeah.
So don't think here's your turn.
Yeah.
But
it's an honesty system.
It's an honest system. I reckon most tarpers are on your side.
Mm-hmm.
But
100%.
But I just want you to know there's one who's not. Because there's one counting on you to not do it, so she gets a free stand-up paddleboard.
You know what's going to really suck? When you let her down and have to buy her... How's this?
No.
If I do this, which I fucking will, you have to buy that tarper a stand-up paddleboard so that the two of us can go together. with this paddleboard that I get to keep. Deal.
It's like
we're on, mate.
We're shaking hands, and it's like shaking hands with thin air because, like, whatever. It's not going to matter either way. For me, obviously.
I hope you got $300, girlfriend.
So how much you spent without having
Yeah, it
never
was.
got?
I got a good deal.